Hello and welcome back to the Nexus Gaming Series Storm Division. I am the Crushinator, and tonight I'm bringing you yet another match between Can't Censorship and Team Backdoor. It's not yet another match between these two teams. It's yet another match with me. I wasn't expecting to be here today. I had yesterday's match, but I'm covering today. We got it. We got it covered. Right now we've got 9 people in our lobby. We're so close. We're so close to being able to cast a series. Just need one more player for CCS to come on through, and then we'll be able to start. Looking at the standings for these two teams right now, Team Backdoor and Can't Censorship both sitting on 3 points. So this is a pretty big match for these standings. Check the map score for these folks. What's the map score for these fine folks? Team Backdoor currently sitting in 3rd place. They're 9 and 7 on the maps. Can't Censorship 13 and 8 on the map, so a lot more maps played on the side of Can't Censorship here. Very cool, very cool. How's everyone doing? Yes, the guns are out today. Players are asking for an admin. Let's see what all that's about. Looks like we may have a missing player. We'll see if we can get a moderator on the line here to help out these players. I think we might be short one. Unfortunate. Hump day was leg day, absolutely. Oh dear. We'll see if Murda's around to be able to help out and possibly get a 5th here. Hopefully we won't have to do anything too drastic. But as of now, we have only 9 players. And we do need 10 to start. I'm doing pretty good, Dice. Hope you're having a good day today. End of Thursday. Only one more work day left. Going to see Shang-Chi tomorrow. In theaters. The first time in like 2 years I'm going to a movie theater. That's pretty cool. Yeah, looking forward to that one. Just sub in for them. You know, if they want a Gul'dan-only player who's going to lose, I can sub in for them. Let me just help out here. I'm helping them possibly get another player, as Murda does not appear to be here. So I will act as a pseudo-administrator for now. I'd like to just, cast some HOTS. Not too worried about, exact league rules, this and that, but want to make sure everyone's on the level. I think they're going to be able to bring in a player as long as the other team's okay with it. Last movie you saw in theaters was the first Thor? Goodness gracious, Dice. I mean, I don't go to the theaters that much, but that was a while ago. There's been some good movies coming out since. You might want to check them out sometime. I don't know. Hold on. I'm still doing moderator type stuff here. hoping that we can get someone... Last one you saw was Endgame. That's a pretty solid one to have seen in theaters. Yeah. So for those just joining us, the situation right now is we are trying to find a 10th player. Trying to deal with off-roster sub stuff, making sure that everyone's okay with whoever's selected, getting them in at the correct time. All sorts of fun stuff to work around there. Murda is not around to help, so I'm going to do my best to see if we can get ourselves some HOTS played today, because a default would just kind of suck, you know? It would just kind of suck. So we're going to see if we can get ourselves a player to play some games. There's all sorts of rules about, you know, you're supposed to get it in the day before and all that fun stuff that goes with ORS, but, you know, the most common off-roster sub is when you expected your 5th to be here and they're just not. Alright, we got a 10th. Looks like Marlowe's going to be stepping in. Marlowe was a previous member of Can't Censorship, but not currently on the roster. But that's okay. Alright, looks like we're going to have Marlowe sub in here for CCS. Marlowe, roused from sleep over in EU, is going to come in and play some games for us. Start up in a couple minutes. Okay, looks like we do get to play some games today. Fantastic. Give Marlowe a couple seconds to wipe the sleep out of his eyes, and then we'll get going here. Which team are we shaming today? Can't Censorship is getting the substitute player. We're getting one sleepy EU player for another sleepy EU player. It's at least 1 or 2 in the morning over there right now. But for Nano and Marlowe. Poor fellows. That's okay. It happens. Sounds like CCS. I remember when I was doing HCI, there was some, you know, some subs had to be made here and there. Some people, you know, some sleepy folks had to come on in and try to help it and get these games in. It's just the way it goes. Sometimes you gotta wait a second. That's alright. I'm cool hanging out with you folks. I'm cool just sitting here, illin' and chillin'. But I think we'll get going in the next couple minutes. I imagine everything's fine with Nano. I do know Nano is over in EU, so possibly just fell asleep. Maybe something else came up. But we're going to have some games here. Let's go to Infernal Shrines, game number 1. I think through all that, I never actually announced the map bans. Can't Censorship banned out Battlefield of Eternity and Volskaya Foundry. Team Backdoor banned out Garden of Terror and Cursed Hollow. And we're going to be going to Infernal Shrines for game number 1, where CCS has first pick. All right. Everyone's awake, everyone's rocking. We're going to add Marlowe to the sheet. Marlowe is in for Nano. Excellent. Alrighty. Taking some time with the first band here on Infernal Shrines. You got to worry a little bit about the globals. You got to worry a little bit about the Junkrats and the zone control that can come out here. Stukov. Primary playmaking support these days. Turn down the volume just a little bit for myself there. I always keep it a little high on the pregame music because I like my pregame music, but then I've got like just the background music for casting, and that's, you know, you don't want that pumping too much when I'm trying to talk. It throws me off my rhythm. Team backdoor. See if they want to keep up the healer ban trend. And we're going to take out these Stitches. Don't want that late game coin flip tank available to CCS here. Interested to see whether Brightwing makes it through or not. Brightwing is a heavy favorite here. We're going to start out with the Hogger ban. Team backdoor, I'm guessing, still removes Junkrat, but we'll have to see here. Sun's out, guns out, you know it. Ugh, ugh, ugh. Look at that. Do we see the Junkrat ban? There it is. No Junkrats allowed. Never, ever allowed. So, Censorship has first pick. Are we looking at a Brightwing? Are we looking at a Sylvanas? Maybe a Blaze? What's it going to be? Infernal Shrines, heavy on the zone control, heavy on the push. A first pick Tychus. Goon's going to love it. Goon, are you out there? First pick Tychus alert. Someone page Goon. O'Malley Hot's coming in with the 500 bits. Thank you so much, friend. Good to see you again. That's the 10k bits badge for O'Malley Hots. What a baller. What a baller for real. Thank you so much for your support. Team backdoor with the next two picks. Tychus not available. It's going to be May and Dahaka here for Chuggy and Liam. Dahaka, that global, able to keep that lane soak high while the objective is rolling. May going to have the blind potential onto Tychus. And of course, Tychus being short range makes him a little more vulnerable to the May setup combo. Falstad. Counter global picked up by Nathanatos here of Censorship. And there's that Brightwing picked up by Rhett. Interesting. I think there's been a little bit of role swappage going on over on the side of Censorship. Rhett is on the Brightwing here. Porky and Epic. I guess Porky's going to be on off lane and Epic's going to be on tank, if I had to guess. Unless they're going to be doing some switching. We'll have to see. Diablo going to be the ban from Team Backdoor, and then a very quick Vala ban here from Censorship. Vala does definitely trade into Falstad well. Good damage onto that front line. Interesting that they would remove the Diablo. I always figured that May Dahaka would have pretty good job controlling Diablo, but maybe that's, you know, we saw the snap Vala ban. Maybe Diablo would have been really good at accessing a Vala.
The wait is over.
That's going to put Unaverted on the Cassia here to pair that with the Blinds of May. And Heavy going with Deckard, so there's the extra zone control coming on out from Team Backdoor here. Okay, so Epic is going to be going with the Blaze and Porky on Garrosh here. So Porky gone to the tank position. Epic will be in the off lane with that powerful Blaze. Okay, so you've got the Garrosh Brightwing setup. That's a pretty classic combo. You got Tychus to try to burn him down. I like this pick setup here from Censorship, and they've got Blaze that can sort of reach out and engage when coming to those big fights. See what Carbon's going to lock in here. It's going to be Sylvanas. Very strong Siege available here from Team Backdoor. See if anyone's going to switch their picks. Looks like everyone's happy with their choices. All right. Seems like a pretty solid matchup. Team Backdoor looks like they're going to have a little bit of an easier time with the zone control on the points, but Garrosh able to separate people out of that zone pretty effectively. Cool. I like the setup. Let's see how they play. We'll do a prediction here. /prediction. Start. We go CCS. TBD. Start prediction. Bada boom. All right. Loading on in. Let's get to it. Alrighty. Game number 1 is underway here. On the left in the blue, we have Censorship. Porky is on Garrosh. Epic playing the Blaze. Nathanatos is on Falstad. Porky playing... Did I say Porky on Garrosh? I think I did. Someone's back there. Red is on Brightwing. And Marlowe on the Tychus. On the right in the red, Team Backdoor. Liam playing the Dahaka. Unaverted on Cassia. Heavy playing Deckard. Chichuggy is on the May. And Carbon playing the Sylvanas.
Let the battle begin.
Game number 1 is underway here. Thanatos using that fly to get right to the point. Looking for a pick here in the mid if possible. Right now, Chichuggy gonna see Tychus on that rotation. No pick opportunities here. This Team Backdoor has already split off, not wanting to feed into the Garrosh composition that CCS has put together here. Dahaka vs. Blaze matchup. Very classic matchup of late. As the teams are going to rotate out, try to get these picks going. Porky looking for a throw here. Carbon is actually going to juke, but will get stunned here. Can Carbon actually get away? Going to be thrown back by Garrosh, and there it is. Sylvanas ultimately going down after not activating that Haunting Wave. Blaze doing a little bit of double soaking here, as Unaverted did remain in the mid lane. There's the friendly throw. Nathanatos is on the chase here. Brightwing coming as well. Oh, Garrosh actually got the stun and the slow. Is the peel enough here? Unaverted is able to... Oh no! Marlowe hit the grenade! The quarterback lands just before the potion could be got. Oh my goodness. I thought Cassia was home free. Marlowe coming out of nowhere with that quarterback grenade. Goodness gracious. Siege camps are started up here by both teams. Garrosh in the top lane looking for a way to attack the Dahaka, but no weakness is shown, and Porky's going to come back to join the rest of the team. Porky going to come across the mid here. Chichuggy just staying close. Censorship is going to start up the bottom camp here. Looks like they're going to grab that uncontested. And we'll start the push here in the bottom lane. There's Chichuggy getting thrown over there. Big Polymorph comes out and, oh, May actually taken down. Very nice CC layering there, not allowing May to get that unstoppable icing out. Polymorph coming in just in time, and that's a second, actually a third kill here for Censorship. Haka getting some push there in the mid with that siege camp. Blaze and Garrosh going to try to deal with that. Thanatos able to barrel roll away from that Deckard root attempt. As our first shrine is activating, we're going to have a Mortar Punisher in the mid lane. So neither team so far is working on their Shaman camp. Porky is looking for another pick in the area. And it looks like CCS is going to start this up straight away. Starting out with an 8-minion lead. Chichuggy going to step up here. Porky taking some big damage. Brightwing is going to have to warp on in and grab that heal. As Marlowe peels on over to the back line. But a very, very healthy minion lead here as Liam is going to burrow in. Blaze looking to control the area with the oil spill. Level 7 is in for CCS, but the Tongue Drag is going to land onto Porky. We see the Indomitable come on out. Garrosh going to survive for now. Big Blizzard engage as Brightwing trying to move to the back. No level 10 blink available just yet, so that's going to be Brightwing going down here. Can't Censorship. They only need 11 more minion kills. Couple hit there with the grenade. Porky looking to move in on the edge. Nathanatos in trouble. Ooh, barely gets the barrel roll out. Team Backdoor. Oh, Chichuggy moving in too deep there is actually going to get picked off. Marlowe moving in with that percent damage. Now Porky is able to move forward here. The friendly throw onto Marlowe to try to chase down Heavy. Epic on the point with less than 400 health, but is clearing out these minions, and that's going to be CCS taking the point back and picking up our first Punisher of the game. Garrosh waiting on the top side here, ready to roll in off the jump. Unaverted. Moving to the bottom side here, but Porky's still mounted. Will get dismounted by that Lightning Fury. Oh, Right Wing in trouble once again as exploded there. Deckard with the last hit, actually. Team Backdoor striking back and is going to save their mid fort. Garrosh back to base here as the bottom lane push effective. Marlowe gets on the correct side of that blizzard. Thanatos is low here, getting down to half health. The root is actually going to hit there, Rhett with the heal, just barely. It's Heavy with the extra sensory engage there. CCS might be thinking about an invade right now. Porky is going to find Chuggy on the edge. The throw-in is good. Polymorph is out. Marlowe is connected. Chuggy, oh, barely gets away there. I thought the lightning rod from Thanatos was going to be enough, but the leash range just a little too short. Another great kill attempt there from CCS. No one picked up their siege camps just yet. We'll see if there's going to be a steal attempt. Marlowe being thrown in there, unaverted, trying to get away, but there's the nice peels coming in from Heavy. CCS has their level 10s. Mr. Chuggy will ice on out. We've got the Warlord's Challenge, Mighty Gust, Blink Heal, Commandeer Odin, and Blaze still considering. I assume it's going to be Bunker, but we'll have to see here. 10s are in for Team Backdoor. We've got the big snowball avalanche here for May as we're going to fight over this point. Gust a little bit too late there to save the Brightwing. There's the avalanche on the point as the camp does go over to Team Backdoor. Thanatos is going the wrong way there with the barrel roll. Is going to go down. Nice tongue drag from Liam. Follow-up stun from the Blizzard, and that's going to be Garrosh going down. A quick triple there for Team Backdoor. Blaze did end up choosing that bunker. The rest of the ults here for Team Backdoor. Valkyrie, Stay a While and Listen, and Isolation. As now the camp steal is coming on through. So, level 10s seem to be favoring Team Backdoor for now. We'll see if that's the case on our next objective. It's going to be a Frozen Punisher up in the top lane. Should be activating any second now. We should be seeing that 30-second timer. It's Cassia. A little bit of trouble here. Porky coming across, finds Heavy. Is going to get the dismount, looking for a throw here. Taunt comes out. Polymorph as well. Can they find Deckard on this rotation? Yes! Last hit is in, and Deckard is down. Very aggressive rotation here from Garrosh. Porky going to receive the phase shift just in time. Marlowe with the Commandeer Odin to try to control this space, and can Censorship bully their way onto the Shaman camp. Porky wants more here. Moving out. Can't quite get the stun onto Unaverted. But now the Shrine is activating. Shaman camp going to be cleared away here by Team Backdoor as Can't Censorship going to move on to the point. Porky looking for more here. I'm going to have to watch this game back. My Garrosh gameplay is awful. And I want to be good at Garrosh, but it seems like just playing ultra-aggressive positioning is the way to go. Porky making it work here. Epic going to burst on out of there with the jet propulsion, but the ult from May is going to trap the two frontliners in the corner. Indomitable is going to get Garrosh out. Blaze able to drop the bunker down before getting stunned. Trading ult for ult there. Objective still rolling. CCS. Ooh, the Valkyrie coming on out there will not hit. CCS still ahead on those minions, but just barely now. Root comes out, drag onto Garrosh. Epic trying to peel with the jet propulsion. Silence arrow is going to land, but Porky still surviving here for the moment. Liam going to pop that essence to get back to full health as Garrosh finds the taunt onto Cassia. Looks like May's zone control is proving superior in this moment. As Porky looking for a throw, it's going to land onto Chuggy. The towers are firing. Polymorph is out and May is down. Can't Censorship regain their positioning here and start to move back onto the point. Porky continuing to check that Dahaka flank. Looks like Can't Censorship going to pick up another Punisher here after the kill onto Chuggy. There it is. Frozen Punisher going to be pushing the top lane. The wall already down. This fort is almost certainly going to be taken out. Once again, Porky taking the aggressive position down here on the bottom flank. All right, now Team Backdoor just giving up this fort. Fort will eventually just go down there. Censorship was looking for the rotational kill, but Team Backdoor not presenting an opportunity there. Mid-fort will be the focus for the rest of CCS here. Chichuggy was looking for a possible ult flank. There it is, unstoppable in the backline. There is the Valkyrie coming on out. Big sleep there from Heavy. Garrosh with a lot of unstoppables getting healed back up with that phase shift. That's going to be mid-fort going down here, I believe, in just a moment. Nice gust there from Nathanatos is going to save Marlowe. That was looking like possible trouble.
Blue team's Punisher has
Porky moving very aggressively, looking for Liam here. Going to find him in the bush. There's the Lurker Strain followed by the Drag. Nice set of abilities there from Liam. Turning that engage around here, but it looks like Porky may be out of options. Moving away from the top side, and Garrosh is going to be taken out. Team Backdoor continuing to engage here. Surge of Light from Unaverted. Gets a big hit there onto Rhett. They're going to move right on past here, activating the black arrows. Team Backdoor was looking for more there. Blaze did end up going down earlier in that engagement. I missed that somewhere. Team Backdoor turning it around. Picking up their own first structure of the game. Goodness, I need some water. There we go. Keying that camp over onto the well. Will eventually disassociate those minions. Now we're going to see Team Backdoor move on to the bottom camp here. Garrosh is back on the map. Both teams have their level 16s. Let's see what the next engagement looks like as Porky keeping vision here. Team Backdoor doing a good job of checking their flanks, checking their bushes to make sure they're not walking into another Garrosh trap. Siege camp has been taken. CCS is showing on the bottom wave here. The siege camp is taken without event. Team Backdoor, gotta watch the flank here. Chichuggy staying mounted on the way out. Not going to allow Garrosh an engagement. Tahaka pushing the top lane here. Porky going to get slowed twice here. Liam on the edge is going to find the... Oh, I think the Unstoppable stopped the silence part of the isolation, but the... Oh, Brightwing is actually going to get taken out there. Valkyrie is going to land onto Tychus, pulling Marlowe away into the fray. Is going to save Marlowe for now. Can Porky get away from the stun? No, the Blizzard stun connects. Healing up, though, with the Bloodthirst. Garrosh will still go down. Epic going to fall as well. That's a triple kill here for Team Backdoor. And they may be looking for a keep off of this. The minion wave is a little bit behind here, but Chichuggy has the Cryo Freeze to tank this. Black arrows come on out from Carbon. And this is almost certainly going to be a keep down. We do have a Shrine activating in the bottom lane. It is an Arcane Punisher. As we see May just checking the flanks here, making sure they're not going to get pushed into keep range. And they're not going to have time to finish this as Censorship is coming up and the Shrine is becoming available. They've softened it up enough, though, that if they pick up this objective, the keep will almost certainly be going down. Tahaka continuing to soak the top lane here. Putting Team Backdoor closer and closer to level 20. The team starts to move backwards as Porky looking for a flank will be spotted by Chichuggy, but May is put over the wall. Cryo Freeze comes on out here. Polymorph as well. The sleep is shut down. Heavy on a full cooldown. Valkyrie, though, pulling Porky into range. A big gust comes out from Nathanatos. Everyone alive for now, but Garrosh in some big trouble. Porky is going to be the first to fall in this engagement. Liam on the chase here, looking for Epic, and that's Blaze falling. Marlowe could be in some trouble here as well. The Odin popped on the edge, will be taken out. Unaverted, chasing down Nathanatos and Rhett, but that's another triple kill here for Team Backdoor, and it looks like they're not even going to bother with the objective, at least for now. They're just going to go grab this keep. Black arrows come on out here. 20 seconds on Garrosh. They might just... Are they just going to go for the core here? Dahaka going to finish up the objective just in case. And yeah, it looks like they're going to go for it. We'll see how fast they can do it. I think if they can peel off enough of the health here... Oh, Nathanatos actually being engaged on, but Rhett with the blink heal. Going to keep Falstad nice and healthy. Garrosh is up. Blaze and Tychus are on the way, but so is the Punisher. Core shielding is still not really blemished. There's the jump out. Indomitable is going to be used. There's the Gust. As CCS is trying to buy time to burn down this objective. Team backdoor is moving towards the core here. Big polymorph onto Liam. There's the moving into the silence zone. Is Blaze and Marlowe. Bunker comes out, going to save Epic for now, but now the core shielding is gone. Punisher very healthy, wailing on the core there. Nathanatos and Epic somehow still alive. Finally, Blaze goes down here. Avalanche from May. Not going to connect. May falls, but so does Garrosh, and it's all looking like it's going to be a little bit too late here for CCS. Team Backdoor is going to pick up the win here in game number 1. GG. Never saw him on Team 30K in CCL. No, he was on 30K Blue. Carbon was on 30K Blue. As was Porky, by the way. And Liam. Well, no, Liam's on 30K, the CCL 30K. Anyway, CCS coming out strong there. Early game Garrosh plays very, very effective. But Team Backdoor with their level 10s able to turn it around there and pick up our first victory there on Infernal Shrines. Taking a look at the hero damage. Marlowe on the Tychus, 55,000 there for CCS. Coming out strong there with 5 of the 7 kills there for CCS. Unaverted on Cassia. Nearly 50,000 hero damage there for Team Backdoor. Take a look at the talents. Update the scoreboard here. Get that prediction sorted out. And get ready for game number 2. Alrighty. Delicious, delicious water. Safety in numbers on the Deckard. I don't know enough about Deckard talents. We went Ancient Blessings into safety in numbers. At least 2 allied heroes are nearby. Fortitude of the Faithful grants an additional 10 armor, 50% mana regeneration per second, and causes Deckard's basic abilities to recharge an additional 50% faster. Well, if you're going to be standing on the point for a long time, I can see how that would be useful. Very cool. Alrighty. As we wait for our next lobby, we're going to go to a short break, and when we come back, it's going to be more Can't Censor Ship versus Team Backdoor. See you soon. Alrighty, we're getting set up here for game number 2. Can't Censor Ship versus Team Backdoor. We lost a player there for a little while, but they appear to be back. We'll see how many people stepped away from the computer while our 10th was trying to find their way to the lobby. But I think we're all set. We're going to be going to Tomb of the Spider Queen here for game number 2, as chosen by Team Backdoor, who were victorious in game number 1 there on Infernal Shrines. All right. I think we're set. I think we're good. We've got ours flying all the way up the chat. We'll get into our draft here in just a moment. There we go.
Tomb of the Spider Queen.
Excuse me. Goodness gracious. Hey, buddy. My cat is being vocal. That's okay. Alrighty. Once again, CCS is first to act here on Tomb of the Spider Queen. I imagine we'll see pretty similar bands here. I don't think we're going to see a Stitches. Don't think we're going to see a Junkrat make it through. See if Stukov is as lucky. Nope, Stukov's out. What is it, buddy? Come on. Come here, you big doof. Perfect 10-10 with the tier 1 sub for 6 months. Thank you so much for supporting me specifically, but also just supporting NGS. Glad you're having a good time. Stitch is once again banned. Ooh, a Nubarak. Going to be taken out here by Can't Censorship. Not wanting a long-range engage on the short-range map. And there goes Junkrat once again here. Saw first pick Tychus come out from Marlowe last game. See if a similar strategy is afoot here. Or if Can't Censorship has something else in mind. Got one with the first pick Vala. This time for Marlowe. Team backdoor with the double pick response. Now I've got cat hair in my nose. It's always the way, isn't it? You nuzzle a cat and then you got little tickly cat hairs all over your face. These are the prices we pay. Team backdoor going with the Dahaka, and they're going to grab the Tychus. Unaverted, locking that in. And Liam happy to continue the Dahaka gameplay. Tomb of the Spider Queen, not heavy on the globals, not heavy on the rotations so much, but there's a lot of vents that Dahaka can speed on through. Of course, aiming the drags and the isolations down the smaller corridors is definitely a little bit easier. I wonder if we're going to see the one who collects on 4 here for Dahaka. I'm interested. We're going to have to see. Urel and Deckard going to be the choices here for Epic and Rhett. So going with a little more of a protect strategy here for the Vala. Urel. Deckard. There we go. Team backdoor. Got the Haka and the Tychus. They're going to remove the Zarya here. They're worried about a little bit of an extra supported Vala push. I don't blame them. That's definitely something that could come out here. Just do sort of a tankless thing. Or a Zarya tank, as it were. Nazebo will be removed by Can't Censorship. Excuse me. Still got the cat here. Team backdoor, we've got the Dahaka Tychus here. Urel Deckard is a little bit difficult to dive past. I'm interested to see whether we get like a variant. Oh, we're going to get the Diablo here. Chichuggy is going to go for that dive option. And Brightwing will be the choice here for Hebi. Carbon with the last pick. Flex for Team Backdoor. I wonder if we're going to see something divey to go along with that Diablo. Try to get past Urel and Deckard onto Vala here. Can't Censorship, last 2 picks. I wonder if we see a Deathwing here. No, you wouldn't Deathwing into this. Or would you? No. ETC going to be the choice here for Porky. Not it's one that we see super often here. Athanatos is going with Sylvanas in that last pick position. Oh, there we go. O'Malley Hot's coming in with another 500. My goodness. Thank you so much once again, O'Malley Hots, for your support. Always great to see you. Carbon going with the Maiev. Maiev last pick. So it looks like they've changed their focus from killing the back line to killing the front line. They've got the Tychus Maiev to get that job done. Let's see here. Nathanatos moved to the Vala. Marlowe moved to the Sylvanas. Fantastic. All right. ETC. Haven't seen an ETC in quite a while here. Can knock back the Diablo engages, can peel effectively. We'll see how effective it's going to be at combating the Maiev engages, though. Captain 99 coming in with the Prime. Oh, it's support night. Enjoy your emotes, Captain. Welcome to the crew. Thank you for your support. Let's get into game number 2. Alrighty. Game number 2 on the left in the blue, we have Can't Censorship. With Porky on the ETC, Rhett is playing Deckard, Epic on the Urel, Marlowe is playing Sylvanas, and Nathanatos is on the Vala. On the right in the red, Team Backdoor. Carbon is playing Maev. Jachuggi on Diablo. Liam playing the Dahaka. Hebi is on Brightwing. And Unaverted is playing the Tychus.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Here we go. Game number 2 is underway here on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Vala with the Fire at Will. W quest on level 1. ETC going with the Globe quest. Looking to get those area heals after, I believe it's 15 globes? 20 globes. 20 globes on the Prog Rock. Tahaka, enhanced agility, wanting to speed around, get that position in. Sepik moving into the backline, going to find the knockback on Unaverted. Drag is going to be dodged there, actually, by Urel. This Carbon going to vault over the root of Ret, the Ret root, as it were. And the rotations will commence. The Thanatos locked into the top lane. Porky going to get pulled back by that Umbral Bind. Polymorphed out as well. But ETC going to be fine for now. Porky grabbing those gems before getting out of dodge. Was looking for a slide onto Unaverted, but a nicely timed dash will deny that. Umbral Bind once again coming on out here. Shadow Charge. Oh no, I think pushing Porky back to safety a little bit there. As ETC is going to escape. No kills yet, but a lot of fireworks here in the early going. Looks like the back bruiser is going to be the starting camp here for Can't Censor Ship, committing 3 to that right away. Epic down here in the bottom lane might be subject to an engage. Jachuggi going to get the charge stun. There's the drag coming on out as well. Carbon going to connect the Umbral Bind, and Urel is down. Very nicely done. See that Naisha's momentum there for Maev, clearing out this camp very, very quickly. In case you're looking out, if you're thinking about picking up Maev, remember, Maev has a ton of PvE value. Wave clear available. Oh, Liam actually going to connect the drag there onto Marlow. Can Carbon actually connect the bind? Yes. Going to find the pullback, but the tower shot just a little bit too strong for Liam to stay in there. Yeah, Naisha's momentum and just using your shade to clear waves. Maev can do a lot of work. A lot of good work on the macro side of things. Jachuggi trying to peel away here. Nice knockback from Urel. Going to push Dahaka in deep, but Hebi has the phase shift. Porky once again being pulled and polyed, but still fairly healthy. ETC has been pretty survivable thus far on these rotations. See if that holds up into the late game. Porky thrown in range again, but has the power slide to escape. Drag is going to land onto Marlow. Once again, the Umbral Bind connects. Can the Haunting Wave get Marlow out? No, but the Polymorph is not enough to secure that kill. Now it looks like Team Backdoor going to start up this Bruiser camp here. I think Maev can solo this. Naisha's, it's crazy. Can't Censor Ship looking to turn in here, but Jachuggi has the interrupt on the top side. Right now, Ret holding half the gems. Oh, the slide not quite connecting there onto Unaverted is going to mean Porky has to back up. Thanatos trying to drop 15 once again here. The Flame Stomp does connect. Excuse me. Oh, Shadow Charge is going to land here from Jachuggi. But Vala able to slip away there. Liam trying to drop off 22 here for Team Backdoor. Has the space to do it. Jachuggi peeling the Thanatos into range. Able to vault before the Polymorph comes out, though. Team Backdoor does have enough to turn in. Unaverted, pretty much everyone is going to have to be in range to do it, though. This Tychus being slowed does manage to escape. Carbon dropping off a couple of gems as well. Right now, none turned in so far for Can't Censor Ship. Is Porky looking for an engage? Won't find one that looks good. Diving right into a Tychus is pretty tough. Pretty tough. Porky going to move forward there, not allowing the Umbral Bind to get the pull. Jachuggi going to have the interrupt on the top side here once again. Tychus Able to turn in down here. Oh, still too short. Liam going to have to drop off as well. Flame Stomp is not going to stop Marlowe. But the red web weavers are on the way. Oh, Porky actually going to slide in there. Trying to peel away. Chuggy with the flip over. Unaverted in trouble. Tychus is actually going to get blown up for our second kill of the game. And the red web weavers are on the way. Nice pickup there from Can't Censorship. Thanatos with 22. Oh no! The stun comes on out. Polymorph as well. Porky trying to peel, but that's Vala down. Porky gonna pick up those gems and be on the way out. That's felt like old Shadow Charge range. Chuggy going way across the lane for that stun there. This Porky moving on up is gonna be cut off there. Body blocks. Polymorph is in. Can they find the kill? Yes, ETC falls. Rhett trying to move out and grab those gems, but can only grab a couple. That's a pretty major gem loss for CCS. Oh, Yrel goes down in the bottom lane as well. That's a lot of gems on the ground. Oh, goodness gracious. Team Backdoor getting a lot of value early. They've got their level 10s as well. APOC combo comes on out, and Thanatos is going to get stunned there. Polymorph silence, and Vala is down. Liam going to find the drag there onto ETC. Has to burrow on out with that Lurker Strain. Marlowe here to try to defend. Carbon warping on out. Porky, oh, barely not in range for that slide stun. Everyone backing off here. A pretty strong first turn in here for Team Backdoor. Speaking of ults for Team Backdoor, we have the Warden's Cage, Commandeer Odin, Blink Heal, Isolation, and Apocalypse. Can't Censorship looking at the Strafe, Mosh Pit, Ardent Defender, Wailing Arrow, and Stay a While and Listen. Rhett manages to drop off 14 there, but still quite a bit short of their first turn in his CCS, as they did lose a couple. Porky has the Mosh Pit onto 2, Strafe coming out as well, but there's just not a ton of damage. Silence Arrow, could that be enough? Warden's Cage is popped by Carbon, trying to get away there with the Warp. Brightwing is actually going to be the first to go down here. Porky slides on through once again. There's the big sleep coming out from Diablo. Epic is trying to create space, but Liam and Chuggy still fairly healthy. Without Brightwing, we'll see how long they can last. Carbon attaches the bind. Ardent Defender going to be popped. There's the drag from Dahaka, keeping Yrel in range, but the minion wave is preventing the towers from targeting Epic. Chuggy peeling away there with the Shadow Charge. And only one going down there. Brightwing back on the battlefield here, looking for a target. Going to heal Chuggy. Coming on back into the battlefield. Well, oh well. Right now, CCS does have enough to turn in. Epic with 14 will be most of it. But Chuggy is here to stop that. Liam looking for a speed drag. We'll see if it lands. Drag not going to connect there. Liam was 17. Team Backdoor only needs one more gem to have enough to turn in here. Back Bruiser Camp is going to be picked up by CCS. Epic chasing unaverted here. Liam moves on in. Polymorph onto Porky. Sliding in. APOC combo is going to land, but will not stun on the back end. Big Sleep going to land onto Liam, but the cleanse is in. Rhett pulled back with the Umbral Bind as Epic starts to move away. Deckard starting to control that space as Wailing Arrow. Big connection onto the back line, and Liam is stunned for long enough to go down here. The Bruiser Camp moving up with that spell armor provided a lot of space for Can't Censorship to move to in that team fight. Now Can't Censorship only another 6 needed for their first Webweaver phase. Epic gonna be dropping off there, and we are gonna see blue Webweavers come on in. Carbon could be in trouble. Chuggy with the peels and Heavy with the phase shift is gonna make sure Maev is just fine. Porky moving forward is going to get flipped, but there is the face melt to stay nice and safe. Blue Web Weavers are on the way. Sylvanas going to push out that top lane. The rest of the team for CCS is here to push the mid. Maev considering an engage there, but thinks better of it. Commandeer Odin is going to come on out from unaverted, trying to dash away from the Deckard route, and will do so effectively. Porky moving on in, looking for a mosh, but won't quite be in range. Pulled back into towers, though. Big sleep from Rhett to try to peel for Porky will be successful, but now Epic in some big trouble. Pops the Ardent Defender just in time there. Chuggy going for the combo, and that's going to be the end of ETC. Team Backdoor looking for more here. Marlowe, somehow gets over the wall there. I don't know. Liam moving forward, finds the drag onto Nathanatos. Umbral Bind kill there for Carbon. It's a double for Team Backdoor. And they're going to have the opportunity to clear up this Webweaver phase, and we'll see what they can do. Looks like they're going to go towards the boss to try to take their advantage and push it. Still 12 seconds on Vala. ETC is back on the battlefield. Doesn't look like CCS is going to be able to contest this, so they move on down to the bottom lane to get a little bit of value on this bottom wall. Team Backdoor is going to have a boss turn in here. Boss is taken. Carbon turning in 17, and here they come. We're going to have a double push. Webweaver will be a little bit behind the boss. Not by a ton, but it will be a little bit behind. Boss is going to march on through and be on the top keep wall first. Here come the Webweavers. Boss going to start to take a little bit of damage here. Porky on the backside looking for an engage. Does have a mosh pit. Chuggy peeling away. Overpower is in. Unaverted. Trying to predict the slide. Abby uses the lane to blink away. Big Root comes out onto Tychus. Strafe from Nathanatos as Carbon puts the cage in the back line. Big Sleep is going to land onto 2 as Porky's still holding that mosh. Looking for an opportunity. Slide through is in. And 3 are going to be caught in the mosh. Maiev is going to be the first to fall. Apoc comes out, is going to stun the ETC. Marlowe somehow still alive in the back. Maiev so far the first to go down here. Epic is going to look for Liam on the edge. Marlowe got to be careful. Tahaka is going to go down. The warp through is enough to keep Sylvanas alive. Epic on the front line taking some damage. Is going to be flipped, stun, polymorph, and the Ardent Defender is actually in time. Unaverted has to back off here as Yrel continues the advance. It's a triple kill here for Can't Censor Ship. Abby picks up a couple of those gems as the mid fort does go down here. The Can't Censor Ship, big turnaround XP. They lose their top keep in the meantime, but they are on level 16 talent tier now. They have an opportunity for their next turn in. This could be their way back onto the map. Epic sitting on 29 here, going to look for a turn in right away on the bottom side. Team Backdoor on the right side, Bruiser Camp. It's going to go ahead and pick that up. Team Backdoor still needs a lot more gems for their next turn in here. As Marlowe and Porky dropping off. Liam will be discovered. There's the drag is actually going to land onto Marlowe, but a nice peel there from Porky is going to keep Sylvanas healthy. Chuggy was thinking about a full engage there, is going to move in. Domination onto ETC, and the polymorph is enough. That's going to be Porky going down. The Bruiser Camps clash in the mid. No turn-in available here for CCS. Team Backdoor wrestling back control here. See what they can do to this wall. Unaverted. Clearing the wave. Are we going to see an Odin commit? There it is. Odin comes on out. This keep wall is in trouble. Liam on the edge looking to get through here. Side wall is down. Well gone. Wall gone. Chuggy is going to move in there. Domination combo. And oh my goodness, the Dahaka drag is going to secure the kill onto Vala. Oh, that's got to feel bad if you're Vala in that situation to get shadow charged into a Dahaka drag. Unaverted in trouble on the edge, though, is going to get knocked back, but still survive. Chuggy with the combo. The drag over the wall. The Ardent Defender is going to be enough for Yrel to survive, though. Somehow, Chuggy is still chugging away. Team Backdoor lose nobody on that pick against CCS. Core took a little bit of damage there from the catapult pressure. Still a little bit away from their next turn, and here is Team Backdoor. They need another 20. for their next Webweaver phase. Right now, Censorship just soaking those lanes, wanting to make sure their path to level 20 is secure. Chuggy waiting. Porky is going to scout that out. So not just walking right into the overpower. Dahaka pushing the top lane. Uh-oh, unaverted. Stepping way up there. Porky trying to get in range. Deckard. Oh, there's the cleanse from Hebi. Going to keep Tychus safe. Liam looking for more here. The slide through from Porky is good. Epic waiting on the edge here. Marlowe in the area. Nice knockback from Yrel as Liam is looking for more. Porky looking to move forward and keep the body blocks up. Essence is going to have to be used, but there's the drag coming out. Silence Arrow is going to connect onto Diablo. Big sleep from Rhett is actually going to hit Diablo as well. Heavy with another cleanse from that critical mist. I think this will give enough space here. Yep, we're going to have blue web weavers on the way for Censorship. Trading some ults there, but that does give them the space to try to take back the map here. Epic pushing out the top side. Marlowe catching up the bottom wave. Right now, team backdoor is looking for a pick opportunity. Still waiting on this top side. Epic is going to move right through the middle of the lane, though. It's unaverted. Gonna get the dismount. Kind of just sort of baiting here. As Chuggy waiting to shadow charge over the wall. Will be discovered by Epic, though. Liam in a little bit of trouble. Yrel not going to connect there. Lurker Strain is enough to get Dahaka on out. Top fort does go down here. As Censorship find their level 20s. There is the Odin there from Unaverted. Is going to mean that Censorship's push is done here in the top lane. Level 20s are in for Team Backdoor. Now we've got a boss bait being planned by CCS. Dahaka is still dealing with the bottom Webweaver. Thanatos moving on up here. Chuggy on the edge is having to use the Hellgate to get away. You saw the invisible friends from Hebi was applied there, so we're going to have an invisible Diablo on the field. Censorship is going to start up this boss. I don't know if that scout did anything, but Porky is now visible in lane. Dahaka looking to burrow in. The boss is down to half. Censorship, they're thinking that they have the superior point control here. Chuggy moving into the backline. Marlowe in some big trouble there. Silence comes out. Sylvanas is down. Boss is still low here. Dahaka trying to move on to the point. Lurker Strain is out. Apoc goes down, and they're contesting the point. Vala and ETC are the next to fall. There goes Deckard as well. Yrel is out. It's a full ace here for Team Backdoor. They somehow lose the boss, but they're going to walk forward and win the game. And Censorship made the bet. They thought they could control that point. They thought they could come out ahead and just push through for a victory. Team Backdoor, just a little bit too strong on the point, are going to be victorious here in game number 2. GG. There it is. Team Backdoor going up 2-0 in this series. Very nicely done there on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Taking a look at the stats there. Thanatos on the Vala. Nearly 61,000 damage there for Censorship. Doing the best that they can. There's Unaverted on the Tychus, though. Top siege, top hero damage for Team Backdoor. 73,000 in that arena. Chuggy did a good job of finding those engagements onto Thanatos as the game went on there. Porky had the peels a lot of the time, but it's, you know, it's difficult when you've got that point and click engage like Diablo has. Throw up the talents there, those who are interested. Update the scoreboard, and we'll get ourselves ready for game number 3. What are Vala's building these days? Fire at Will into Arsenal, Hot Pursuit on 7. Got the Strafe into Gloom, Manticore. Farflight Quiver. Farflight Quiver. Always feels good on Vala. Love getting that extra range. Maiev, Naish's Memento into Pin Down. Loon's Wrath on 7, Warden's Cage, Bladed Armor, Vengeful Knives into the Shadow Orb Huntress. So big Q build, big time Q build there for Carbon. Very cool, very, very cool. Alrighty, game number 2 is in the books. Team Backdoor up 2-0 versus Can't Censor Ship here. We're going to be going to game number 3, but first we're going to take a short break as we wait for the next lobby. We will be back soon. Thought I hit the button. Or what button I hit. Oh well. Welcome back. Oh, let them know I'm ready. Caster R. Alright, we're going to game number 3. It's going to be Towers of Doom for our third game of the evening, once again chosen by Team Backdoor. And here we go. They're ready to roll this time. I wonder what button I hit where I didn't come back from break, but I somehow turned on microphone. Maybe I pressed the draft button. Oh well. We're in. We're ready. Everything looks okay over there. I'm not muted. Gotta check the OBS to make sure we're all good to go. But here we are. Towers of Doom, game number 3. Can't Censor Ship looking to avoid the sweep here. Is going to start off with that Stukov ban. And there's the opening Junkrat ban. I'm assuming Stitches still doesn't make it through on towers. We shall see. Nubrak is removed. Team Backdoor taking out the Stitches. Pattern recognition. Right Wing will be the first choice here from Rhett, taking that global hero, which is all so important on most maps, but Towers of Doom, pretty wide map. Definitely able to pick up some value there. Team Backdoor. Will we see the Dahaka once again here for Liam? I don't see why not, honestly. But maybe they've got other plans. Nope, there it is. Liam on the Dahaka, unaverted, going with the Falstad. It's all global, all the time, all day, every day. That's life. Can't Censor Ship. Looking at the Dahaka Falstad. Do we see that Vala come out again for Nathanatos? Oh, something a little more direct in access in the backline here. Going with the Zeratul. And Porky is going to pick up the Johanna. Something a little sturdier, something a little more unstoppable in that front line. Zeratul going to be diving on in here. Johanna can dive with the Falling Sword, if that is indeed the pick. Tracer removed by Team Backdoor, not wanting to get double dove by Zeratul Tracer. Can't Censor Ship. Looking at the two globals on the other side. What could be a problem here? They're going to just take out the Sylvanas. Just a generally good hero. Take that and remove it. Team Backdoor, they've got the Dahaka Falstad. Brightwing already taken. We'll have to see what their answer to Zeratul is going to be. Uther is one that can do it. They're going to go with the Varian here to try to counter this Johanna a little bit of point and click onto Zeratul if possible. And there's Carbon on the Li Ming. Classic combination there coming out from Jichuggy and Carbon. Have to see what this Zeratul Li Ming matchup is in this scenario. Can't Censor Ship looking to round out their comp here. Jaina Abathur is going to be the choice for Marlowe and Epic. Trying out something a little bit snazzy here. We got some snaz comps. Johanna, Jaina are just going to clear all the waves. Brightwing is going to save people, and an Abathur-hatted Zeratul is going to carry them to victory. Unless Team Backdoor has something to say about it. We'll see what Hebi has in the last spot. It's going to be Akarazim. Akarazim. Ooh. Big dive to go along with this Varian Li Ming setup. Akarazim. Alright. The comps are set. Anyone changing their picks? Anyone? Bueller? Anyone? No? Looks like they're happy. Cool. Got a lot of heroes we don't normally see. We got the Karazim coming out. We got the Varian, Zeratul, Jaina, Abathur. All sorts of fun stuff available here. think I forgot last game, but let's run a prediction. I think we forgot last game, but let's run a prediction. Who will win game number 3? We'll find out here as we load on into Towers of Doom. We've got the Abathur. Abathur set up versus the Varian Li Ming. Who will be victorious? Let's find out.
Prepare yourself for battle.
Alrighty.
Heroes.
Let's go. Game number 3. On the left and the blue, we have Can't Censor Ship. Epic is on the Abathur. Rhett is playing Brightwing. Porky on the Johanna. Nathanatos is playing Zeratul. And Marlowe is on the Jaina. On the right and the red, we have Team Backdoor. Hebby on the Karazim. Liam playing Dahaka. Jachuggy is on the Varian. Unaverted on the Falstad. And Carbon is playing Li Ming.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Prediction is up. Prediction is up. Go bet some points. Betting is important. Here we go. See what the clash in the mid is like. Nathanatos taking a quick hit there from the setup, and oh, see ya, Marlowe. Liam is going to connect the drag there onto Rhett. Oh, big hit there with the arcane missiles once again, but Heavy able to start moving back here. Jachuggy going to find the slow. No taunt available just yet. But that's first blood going over to Team Backdoor. Oh my. Carbon heading on down to the bottom lane to grab that soak. Abathur body going to stay in the mid for now. Porky stepping up to clear. Marlowe back on the battlefield. Little head shake, a little mulligan there in the mid. Is Jaina going to chase forward there, put a little damage onto Jachuggy. Global's being used, unaverted in the mid to Haka in the top lane. As Jachuggy runs afoul of a couple Abathur mines. But the camps are starting up for both squads. Don't count your chickens yet there, Shoulders. Just the first minute. Just the first minute. Everything's good. Still got the Zeratul Abathur scaling to worry about if you're Team Backdoor. That late game can just send Falstad to the Shadow Realm real fast. Porky being chased back there. Has the movement speed. Thanatos going to move up there, get a little bit of damage. Unaverted on the flank here. He's going to global on in. It's Dahaka working on the top sapper camp. Level 4 about to arrive here, which means Jachuggy is going to break out the shield. Break out the shield. Do it. Yeah! Alright. We got it. Taunt Varian is online. Dahaka able to finish this before Zeratul arrives. Brightwing was on the way as well. See if Liam can make it out. Polymorph is in with the burrow charge. Burrow charge. We have the burrow, but the lurker strain is going to allow Dahaka to survive there. Where did Dahaka go? Yeah, lurker strain. What am I talking about? I just saw. Jachuggy waiting on the opposite side here. Carbon ready to follow up. Unaverted in the area as well, but it looks like Liam is going to be the target here on the top side, trying to avoid the blizzard, but Zeratul damage is too much, and Dahaka does go down. Team Backdoor going to take the opportunity to siege down here in the bottom lane, going to take out this wall. It's Heavy locking in those punches. Triple Spawn is online. Abathur on the top left dealing with that. Brightwing on the top right is actually going to grab this channel. Liam nopes on out of there, discovering that there are actually 4 members of Can't Censor Ship on the top side. And that's going to be a 2-for-1 for the blue team. Jachuggy once again waiting for a Wanderer to run afoul.
Enough of this charade. Bring down the Gravekeeper's core.
But the push in the bottom lane going to commence. Porky on the flank here. Will catch Jachuggy, but Heavy and Carbon safely away. Falstad flying on in here. Just Jachuggy taking a lot of damage, but boom! Zeratul is blown up. The big burst coming on in with the Hammerang is enough for the kill. Karazim follow up as well, getting those last couple hits. Onto Nathanatos. Dahaka getting a little bit of pressure on the top side here. Jaina clearing away the sapper camp for Can't Censor Ship as Team Backdoor works on the bottom wall. Abathur mines are going to be scouting out these bushes. Team Backdoor going to pick up their own sapper camp here. Right now, Censorship is ahead in the soak, just barely. A little bit ahead in the hero kills, but ahead in that minion soak thanks to the Abathur hat.
From the depths.
They're actually going to take out the mid wall here. It's a little bit of interesting rotations coming out from Censorship, trying to attack from different kind of angles. Sappers in the bottom lane are going to have to be cleared out, though, as they move past the wall. Jaina getting the damage down is going to clear those up very, very quickly. And we have a single altar phase coming on up here. Will be pre-10 for both teams. Thanatos keeping an eye on the top side here. Carbon going to start the channel. Abathur Mine going to get the first interrupt. Taunt comes out there onto the front line. Johanna's shield getting peeled away there. Porky very, very low, but Brightwing is warping on in. Is it going to be enough? Yes, Liam has the stun. Porky trying to get away on the edge here. Unaverted with the barrel roll body block. Oh my goodness, Brightwing caught on the bottom side as well. Oh, that was a dirty body block coming in there from Unaverted. Bottom tower going to be taken before the objective is channeled. That's going to secure 5 shots here for Team Backdoor. Dahaka going to grab this channel. It's going to be 5 shots flying on in. Level 10s are in. Heroics for Team Backdoor are Wave of Force, Shield Wall, Isolation, 7-sided Strike, and Mighty Gust. Can't censor ship. Oh, be a problem here in Thanatos. Charge taunted. There's the 7-sided, and boom! Zeratul killed in the kill zone. Wrong kill zone, though, but they get the kill anyway. Team Backdoor picking off the stealth hero. I was talking about heroics there for a moment. Can't censorship. We got the Falling Sword, Ultimate Evolution, Void Prison, Ring of Frost. Is that a blink heal? Yes. Yes. I keep looking, thinking it's going to be Emerald Wind. I don't know why. I don't know why. Right now, Team Backdoor getting a little bit of siege on the mid before rotating on through. Sapper camp up and available, so Team Backdoor are going to go for the steal here. Marlowe on the backside could be in trouble. Jachuggy is in range. Gonna get the charge taunt. There's Carbon with the follow-up. Oh, Ring of Frost goes off while inside the Void Prison. There's a big pile-up here. There's the knockdown from Porky. Heavy trying to get away, trying to get the hit onto Marlowe. 7-sided comes on out. The charge is not enough. Karazim is down. Epic trying to get away here. The Ultimate Evolution is going to be taken down. Karazim the true death here. As the bottom lane altar spawns, Porky could be in trouble. Wow, Nathanatos is just cleaving like crazy. Carbon, oh, somehow trades out before dying. Sitting at 6 health and getting the kill onto Zeratul before finally going down. Wow. Bottom altar is going to be channeled here by Jachuggy. Another 5 shots moving into the core of CCS. Team Backdoor still has this bottom lane control. CCS is going to have to break here. Yeah, there were a lot of ults that kind of whiffed into that Void Prison there from both sides. It was kind of a panic engage from both sides there. Jachuggy went in, and everyone just kind of pressed R at the same time when the Void Prison just kind of nullified all of it. Unaverted moving on in there with the global. Liam globaling in as well, looking for a Lurker Strain knockback. There's the Falling Sword from Porky. Drag not going to connect. Good disengage there from Can't Censor Ship. The Sapper will be stopped before hitting the bottom fort. Thanatos will be briefly revealed. As now Team Backdoor are guarding as 5 here on the bottom side, so they'd love to get a pick as soon as possible here, as they're going to start losing soak to this Abathur. Unstoppable pop. There's the Void Prison onto 2. Shield. Oh, I think the root happened that time. Li Ming is going to go down here. Nice combination from CCS as Porky moves on forward, gathering up 3. Oh, this could be ugly. It's a quadra kill. Liam in trouble as well, trying to move around here with the isolation. Ultimate Evolution clone is going to be the next to go down here. Liam caught on the edge. Polymorph comes on out, and Liam is going to go down. The full ace from Can't Censor Ship. They take back the bottom tower, and it's a double altar phase. What a turnaround there from Can't Censor Ship. They're going to try to get this mid tower down before the altars are available to channel. Team Backdoor is going to be on the way back here. Brightwing headed down to the bottom lane for a channel as the mid tower goes down. Porky, I think, gets this. Yeah, Team Backdoor is not going to be here in time. Rhett is channeling the bottom side, so that is 10 shots barreling into the core of Team Backdoor.
You have done well, heroes.
They're getting some passive push there on the top side. Dahaka going to have to come up there and deal with that, as CCS do have their level 16s. Marlowe moving forward here. This could be trouble for Liam. Nathanatos is over the wall. There's the isolation coming on out. Can Liam escape here? Trying to dip and dive, but there's the root from Johanna. Polymorph is out, and Dahaka is down. Team Backdoor take back their mid tower, as Nathanatos cleaning up that top sapper camp. Looks like Can't Censor Ship are just going to take the opportunity to grab a boss here. They're in the neighborhood. Might as well. Right now, that means Team Backdoor are going to grab their own sapper camp as the boss is picked up. 4 shots going to go into the core there. 26-18 for Can't Censor Ship as we start to move towards the later game here. Team Backdoor still missing their level 16s. Means these engagements are definitely going to be harder for this next triple altar phase. Zeratul waiting on the edge here. Triple altar phase is getting ready. Looks like 16s will be achieved by Team Backdoor. We'll have to see where the fight is going to be had. Can't Censor Ship appears to be giving this bottom side in favor of the 2 top altars.
The time is now, heroes.
Dahaka, see if Liam can get an interrupt here. Is going to get the Tunneling Claws Lurker Strain interrupt. Polymorph comes on out as well as the root. Liam in trouble. Dahaka is down. Ultimate Evolution soaks most of that damage. Unaverted in the area is going to clean up that clone. But the channels are in. Can't Censor Ship go 2 for 1 once again. And they pick up the kill onto the offlaner. Oh, it's a huge Void Prison. Void Prison is in. Will it be dropped? Yes. Falstad goes down. Heavy trying to get the cleanses out. Taunt there onto the Johanna, or the Jaina. Chuggy moving under tower range. Porky is being focused by this tower. So that's another kill for Can't Censor Ship off of the Void Prison combo. Towers are upgrading here, meaning they're moving from sort of fort status to keep status. Can't Censor Ship trying to push through the bottom lane to further their advantage here. Chuggy gonna find the taunt onto Johanna. Carbon in range to follow up. There's the cleanse from Hebi. That's going to be a big part of level 16s as well in this game, is the cleansing dashes from Karazim are going to be very, very important. Can't Censor Ship continuing to move around here, moving very scarily for Dahaka. We'll see if Liam can actually boost on out of here in time. Marlowe not going to see Liam on the way out, but is going to go ahead and take the sapper camp. Double top lane altar phase is next. Looks like Team Backdoor are going for the bottom channel here. Don't have the minions just yet. They're going to have to move out here as the altars are spawning. Sapper's moving into the top tower. CCS is setting up a checkmate here. Abathur is going to be channeling the top left. Oh, the tower actually wasn't taken, though. Is Abathur going to finish this channel? Yes. Oh, Polymorph is out. This could be trouble for Rhett. Brightwing gets blown up here. Varian goes down, but so does Jaina. Nathanatos trying to get away here as Hebi is on the chase. Team Backdoor catching them unaware there. They go down to 6 core health. But it is not checkmate just yet. 4 shots into the core of Can't Censor ship. They go 2 for 1. They don't have their tank, so they can't be too crazy out here. Because Zeratul is still roaming around. Zeratul going to go ahead and finish off this top tower here for Can't Censor ship. Bottom tower is being focused by Team Backdoor. That's going to lock that in. Can't Censor ship does have their level 20s. Team Backdoor a little bit behind in that department. It is going to be a double altar phase next in the bottom lane. We can see it down here on the minimap. Boss is up in 1 minute. Team Backdoor are going to be escorting some sappers, or attempting to escort some sappers across the line, as everyone is now up and back on the battlefield. Unaverted. Staying in the area. Porky taking some hits there. But Nathanatos on the edge. Ooh. Singularity Spike landing on the fort instead. Oh, there's the cleanse. Unaverted is saved. There's the ultimate evolution there. Liam moving into the back line, looking for Marlowe. Is going to be rooted instead. Essence comes on out. Cleansing touch. There's the Mighty Gust into the wall. Is anyone in range? Carbon is going to get the big hit. It's going to be the end of the evolution. Altars spawning here in 20 seconds. Ultimate evolution down for a minute. Right now, Team Backdoor has control of this bottom side. Can't Censor ship has control of the top lane. We'll see if this is going to be a simple trade here, or if Team Backdoor is going to look for more. Here they come.
The time is now.
Porky controlling the vision here. Liam trying to move in for the interrupt, is going to get it. Wave of Force going to separate the members of CCS. There are the big buttons coming on out from Marlowe. Void Prison only going to land onto 1. Falstad actually channeling the bottom altar is going to come on up for the rest of the fight. There is the Ring of Frost is going to land onto 2. Dahaka is going to be the next to go down here. 7-sided is going to land. Big Root. The interior Ring of Frost connects, and that's Varian going down here. Another Ring of Frost going to connect, and that is going to be Falstad going down. Kerosene falls as well. Carbon could be in trouble here. Oh, the Lightning Fury from Porky is going to secure the ace. 4 shots onto the core here. The boss is up, and this is going to be CCS picking up their first victory. The level 20 Cold Snap. Each enemy hero hit reduces its cooldown by 15 seconds. Coming up huge for Marlowe. That's going to be game number 3 going to CCS. And we're going to have ourselves a game number 4. GG. Wow. For the first time in what feels like a long time of me here casting Storm Div, it's not a 3-0. Yes! Can't Censor ship picks up the win in game number 3 with the Abathur Zeratul composition, scaling into the late game, and Jaina with the big ults picks up the victory. Very, very nicely done. Taking a look at the hero damage there, Marlowe on the Jaina, a little over 50,000 hero damage there for Can't Censor ship. Carbon on the Li Ming for Team Backdoor, top siege, top hero damage, about 52,500 there. Very nicely done. Take a look at the talents. We'll update the scoreboard here. Close out the prediction. And we'll get ready for game number 4. Prediction. All right. The prediction result is a CCS. Very, very cool. There it is. Cold Snap on 20. They patched that, you know. It's a little different than it used to be. Very cool stuff. Alrighty. Once again, we're going to be going to a short break, but when we come back, it's going to be a game 4. We got a game 4 coming up. Can't Censor ship versus Team Backdoor. Stick around for game 4. Alrighty, welcome back. We're sitting up here for game number 4. As I run back to my desk here. Alterac Pass is going to be the map, as chosen by Can't Censor ship. give them the ready, and we'll jump right in. Whew, I needed a break there. The teams are all set. Let's jump into this draft. Here we go. Score is updated. Fantastic. Let's jump in. So, Team Backdoor will now be first to act here on Alterac Pass. See if Can't Censorship is interested in the same Junkrat Stitches bans as Team Backdoor were in the second pick position. It's Alterac Pass, different kind of map, still very siege dependent, but the zone control is helpful, and Stitches being able to hook over the walls onto the objective points is very cool. Team Backdoor considering their first ban here. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Is it Zeratul? It's Abathur. No Abathur comps allowed. No takesy backsies. Can't Censorship. I imagine is just going to ban Stitch's Junkrat if I had to guess. But maybe they don't value those heroes as much. We'll have to see. As the bans do come on through. Delicious. Okay. So they're going to let at least one through with the Sylvanas ban. Wanting to remove the heavy siege option, which is very powerful here on Alterac. Team Backdoor going to consider here. Sylvanas taken away. And you could ban something like Dahaka. Well, you want to take Dahaka. Liam's been playing a good Dahaka. They're going to remove the Vikings. So Team Backdoor has been winning more of the straight-up engages, so I understand taking away sort of the fringe elements is going to be useful here. There's the Junkrat ban. Will Team Backdoor pick up the Stitches? Will they put themselves into the Stitches comp? I imagine if they do go Stitches, then Can't Censorship would steal the Dahaka. They're going to take a Nubarak here. Jachuggy going on to the Bug. A Nubarak is a little bit of a soft counter to Stitches, in just that Cocoon disgorges any gorge targets. And the Beetles coming out intercept a lot of hooks, and there's that Dahaka steal. Epic is going to go for the Dahaka here. And the Thanatos going back to the Falstad, so Can't Censorship adopting the global presence. See if Team Backdoor is going to take the Brightwing as Liam goes for the Hogger this time, and there's Heavy on the Brightwing. Heavy on the Brightwing. Boom, 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 boom. Li Ming going to be removed by Can't Censorship. That was, those missiles and combos were definitely hitting hard from Carbon there. And Anubarak can set them up in a very similar way to Varian. Team Backdoor, they're looking at the double global. See if they want to remove the Jaina again, if they're interested in removing maybe the Tracer from Marlowe. It's going to be a Dahaka, or not Dahaka, a Diablo ban. Team Backdoor, but that means it's going to be the Stitches Malfurion snapped up by CCS. So Hogger, not a huge problem if you get Hogger hooked in. The big issue, though, with the Stitches Malfurion here for Team Backdoor is if Brightwing tries to save someone, Brightwing just lands in the roots. Unaverted is going to pick up the Zeratul here, and Carbon is on the Tychus. Okay. I mean, Tychus is good pressure onto Stitches. Interesting. So looks like Team Backdoor, I mean, it's pretty short-range comp as it is. Marlowe is going to go for that Tracer. Okay. See if there's any switcheroos here. No, everyone's sticking with their choices. Fantastic. Such delicious water. All right. Looking at the two comps here. Can't censorship. I mean, they've got, you know, they've got the globals. Part of their team is the global aspect. Part of their team is just the long-range engage aspect. Tracer's going to be bouncing around. They've got a lot of tools. I don't see a lot of how they work together just yet, but the tools themselves are very powerful. Team Backdoor, very short range, very good brawling setup. We'll see who comes apart if they can pick apart the brawl. There we go. All right. Starting up game number 4. On the left in the blue, we have Can't Censor Ship. The Thanatos is on the Falstad, Porky on Stitches, Rhett playing Malfurion, Marlowe is on the Tracer, and Epic is on the Dahaka. On the right in the red, Team Backdoor, Carbon is on the Tychus, Unaverted playing Zeratul, Chichuggy on Anubarak, Liam on the Hogger, and Hebi is playing Brightwing. Brightwing for Hebi. Game number 4 is underway here. Falstad with the Q quest, Dahaka going with the speed, and Zeratul going for the Shadow Hunter. So far, Team Backdoor not opening themselves up for a hook just yet. Let's see if Porky finds any angles here in the initial exchange. Nope. Just going to hang out by the gate. All good. Oh, there's the hook. Chichuggy going to get hit there, but the burrow charge to get away. The pings come out onto Rhett. Where's the root? Zeratul and Tracer in the bottom lane battle. That should heavily favor the Zeratul in terms of the lane setup. So the Thanatos gets away from the rotational gank. Rhett trying to stay in range of Porky here to lay down the carpet if necessary. Chichuggy going to re-engage here as Carbon in the vicinity. Shambling Horror going to allow Stitches to shamble away. Liam already starting up the back camp here, getting that going for Team Backdoor. We've seen the Thanatos and Rhett doing the same thing for Can't Censor Ship. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, there's Anubarak beetles being used to try to siege down the bottom wall, as camps are now being claimed on both sides. Rhett delaying the cap here. Interesting. So that will throw off the tempo. It will give them a little safer clear in the mid, but it will throw off the tempo just a little bit. Chichuggy able to move away from the center of that entangle. What is it? Entangle? What is the actual name of Malfurion's root? Now I don't know. It's a WoW ability. I can't remember. I thought it was Entangle. I'm probably wrong. Null camps are going to meet in the mid and be cleared, Unaverted moving away there after getting a couple of cleaves in. Hook comes out, but it will land onto a beetle. Is Chichuggy able to get away here? Marlowe actually going down to half here as the blink charges to get away. Porky going to try to re-engage. See if any hooks come out. Epic is actually going to burrow in here. Chichuggy burrow charges away. And the prisoner camps are becoming available. It's Unaverted. Gonna do a little bit of a hit there onto Marlowe. See if there's gonna be a hook. No hook just yet. Entangling roots. Entangling roots. So it is 2 words. Okay. Carbon gonna activate the trait there. Porky getting a little bit low. Has the movement speed to escape, but dipped below 400 health for a moment there. Brightwing dealing with Falstad here in the bottom lane. Unaverted trying to get a little bit of soak here on the top side as Epic was looking for quick drag there. Zeratul playing with fire a little bit on the top side, but surviving for now. Hook will be denied by the beetle once again, and Chichuggy going to go straight in there. Porky getting taken down to half, and Pale comes out. There's the loot horde. Is it enough? Yes! Stitches goes down as first blood, and the Knoll camps are pushing right onto the wall here. And Censorship a little bit behind on their own Knoll camp. Do pick it up there. Is Hogger going to go ahead and bounce off the wall? Epic wants a drag. Going to be denied, though. Good peel by Chuggy. As the mid wall going to be claimed by Team Backdoor. Ooh, Rhett taking some big hits there from Unaverted. Liam now with the split dynamite is going to be a big zoning threat. Big sieging threat as well. Porky stepping up there, trying to guard this Knoll camp as it makes its way into the wall. But that's going to be mostly cleared away by Team Backdoor. Epic player played for the Storm Academy team that was in the Heroes Challenger Invitational for a bit. A lot of the CCL teams put together Academy teams, so that's why you'll see like Carbon 30k, Porky 30k, Storm Epic. There's Tychus going down there in the mid. That's going to give Can't Censorship an opportunity to step up and try to get this objective. One stall coming out there from Chuggy. I think that's all it's going to be. Can't Censorship is going to start channeling this first prison camp. Team Backdoor is ahead on the path to level 10 here. Is Liam going to get the flank here, knock back onto Stitches. The minions are going to start to stop this channel. It's Porky trying to interrupt the minions, but they will eventually lock that cage back up. The Thanatos taking a little bit of damage there from Unaverted. Porky looking for a helping hand. But that's level 10s coming in for Team Backdoor, and that's going to allow them to move forward. Cocoon comes out onto Tracer. Can they get the lockdown before the blink charges go through? Root comes out. There's the recall on the spot. Going to keep Marlowe safe. Porky in some trouble, though. Double stunned and single dead. Stitches goes down, and Team Backdoor is going to start to channel the objective. We'll see if Team Backdoor can hold this. Carbon is going to delay the channel for just a little bit, but Can't Censorship now has their level 10s. Marlowe diving in there with the sticky bomb. Unaverted on the back line, dealing damage to the Thanatos. There's the silence hitting big. Rhett landing the Twilight Dream. Zeratul actually going to go down on the backside, but trading out for Tracer here. The Thanatos going to get the gust away, but it is not enough to stop the channel. And we are going to have the Red Riders pushing down the lanes for our first objective capture of the game. Team Backdoor pushing down the bottom lane here. Well, they're similar to the CCL team rosters because they were literally affiliated with the CCL organizations. It wasn't just a random team that decided to call themselves 30k Blue. It was endorsed by the 30k organization. Cocoon comes out there onto Stitches. The bottom tower, the bottom fort is going to go down here. Commandeer Odin popped to deny the further engage from Porky. Uh-oh, we've got a disconnect here. Will we see a pause come on out? There's the pause. Tracer does ultimately go down as Zeratul was locked in there. Porky has the Gorge, but look at that. The quad body block is in, and Stitches is out. Team Backdoor going to continue to siege down here. The Odin is gone, but the Rider's still very, very healthy. Falstad and Dahaka still dealing with the pushes in the opposite lanes as the bottom keep wall is going to go down. Rider's still at about half health here. Unaverted on the backside is actually going to go down. Zeratul was looking for Rhett there. Marlowe back on the battlefield. The Thanatos coming on in with the gust, pushing them further. Rhett with the silence as well, going to land onto all three. Can Heavy get in range for a blink? Yes, but Carbon still going to go down here. Heavy continuing to blink away. I think Brightwing is out of options, though, as Thanatos is on the chase. There goes Brightwing. A 3-kill cleanup, looking for more here. Put into the roots is Chuggy. Anubarak stunned, and Anubarak just with nowhere to go. Giving up the quad kill. Can't Censorship. Strong defense on the wall, but they lose about half health on that keep. Those kills do give them the opportunity to grab this bottom boss, though. Looks like Team Backdoor is going to be moving on to the top boss to try to counter push here. They grabbed their own null camp in the mid, too. Nathanatos is going to have to deal with that. Where we see the top boss being taken by Team Backdoor. Can't Censorship is going to wrap up this bottom boss here. Mid camp is going to be taken down. Top boss is going to be claimed. We'll see what the setup is next. Can't Censorship still have their own null camp to take. We'll see if they want to focus on that or if they want to stop this top lane push. Looks like they want to get their null camp pushing first, and that is going to allow Carbon and Heavy to cleave right through this top fort. Nubrak was looking for the play there. There's the combo. Gorge is going to be removed, but Zeratul still down there. Nice Twilight Dream from Rhett. Chuggy on the way out, looking to avoid a drag. There's the hook. Can be stopped by a beetle. Epic wants a drag, is going to land here. The carpet comes out. I think Chuggy's going to be all right as Heavy is getting the phase shift in, and there is the shift queued blink heal. Shift queued abilities are very, very good. I'm not nearly good enough a player to be able to use those. But they are powerful. See if the boss cleans up this wall. Wall is down. Heavy cleans up the mid lane. This is going to mean Team Backdoor going to grab their own null camp once again. They're about 40 seconds ahead on that null camp timing now, and that's going to be a big deal as the game progresses. That means that CCS is going to have to deal with those camps a lot earlier than Team Backdoor has to. Getting a little bit of time on the objective before Team Backdoor moves forward. Shockwave comes on out from Liam, looking for Porky here. Stitch is taken down to about 30% there. We'll see if there's going to be a big hook over the wall. Chuggy with the channel. Nice move back. The sense, the second sense. Team Backdoor is going to start the channel. Null camp cleared up in the mid here. Can't Censorship. Has to go in for the engage. Chuggy moving in. There's the cocoon coming out onto Malfurion. Going to deny the silent zone. Porky in trouble. Carbon trying to keep up with the overkill, but not enough. There is the big silence coming on out from Rhett hitting too. Epic with a drag back onto Carbon, but Tychus is going to be okay for now. No kills in the exchange. Unaverted. Gonna get hit with the phase shift. A lot of ults used. No kills just yet. Is Unaverted going in for some more harassment. Uh-oh, is going to get hit with the Gorge. Porky dropping off into the root, and that's Zeratul going down. The walk-up Gorge is enough. Top fort picked up by Team Backdoor. Thanatos coming in with the flank. Chuggy with the double stun onto Epic. Is it going to be enough? Liam going to be hooked in. The root comes out. And Hoggard is taken down. Can't Censorship are starting to pick up some momentum here as they channel this next objective. A little bit of a grenade there coming in from Carbon. Porky going to tank these minions for just a little bit. Epic waiting for an engage, but looks like Team Backdoor not going to try to move in without Zeratul or Hogger. Porky just going and checking that camp, just making sure there's nothing going on there. It will be picked up by Team Backdoor here, as they're now a full rotation ahead on these null camps, as you can see from the Mercenary cap experience. It does put CCS back on the timing of the null camps, despite being one behind, so that is one less load off their minds. Here come the Blue Riders. We'll see what Can't Censorship can do with this. Dahaka pushing through the top lane. Looks like Can't Censorship is going up for that rotation. Stitch is looking for a peel back hook. Won't stick around to find out. Liam is right out of there. Carbon popping that Odin in the lane. Porky thinking about a hook here. Ooh, the dash is enough for Tychus to get away. Top fort is going to go down to that rider. Bottom fort already down there is Unaverted looking to clear that away. Mid fort is the focus. Thanatos bumped back there by the grenade. Is that Titan grenade? No, that's the double overkill. Double overkill. Talents for Tychus. Hook comes out, not going to land there onto Unaverted. Blink up and available. Mid fort saved. The wall's mostly undamaged here. Actually, I say mostly undamaged. Very damaged there in the bottom lane. But pretty close on the path to level 20 for both teams. Here's Chuggy going to see the whole engage in that bush. Porky might still look for a hook here. But here comes the engage. Shambling Horror comes on out. Gust going to prevent any further engage. Silence comes out onto a Nubarak. The Gorge is out, but the root is already put down here. This could be trouble. Chuggy is going to get silenced. Sticky Bomb comes out as well, but Heavy has the save. Could this be a big turnaround for Team Backdoor? Cocoon going to land onto Tracer. The hook will be denied by the Unstoppable on the Burrow charge. Oof. That could have gone very wrong for Team Backdoor, but they managed to get on out of there. Bruiser, or Sapper, or... God. Null camps are up and available for both teams. They're going to be picked up there. Carbon and Unaverted starting the bottom boss here. Just in case. Right now, Can't Censorship doesn't know that it's happening. We'll see if they scout it. Looks like the boss is going to be leashed here. Too many people in the area. Null camp's going to meet in the mid. Level 20 is in for Can't Censorship. We're going to see the Master Hooker. Oh, got a pause coming on out. Alrighty. We're back. Not sure what happened, but resolved is what it was. Team Backdoor, they're going to try this boss once again here. Dahaka checking the top side. Can't Censorship are moving up to the top boss. Looks like they have a good idea of where each other are. So there's going to be a quick trade here. This bottom boss is going to be marching onto a damaged keep, though, for Team Backdoor. Top keep wall is... The towers are intact. The gate is not. So we're going to have ourselves a boss trade here, and Team Backdoor is closer to the objective capture. So they're going to start that channel. We'll have to see what the priority is. Hook comes out, not going to land there. It is Gas Bag on 20 for Stitches, as Unaverted looking to move in. Brightwing coming to join the fight, 35 seconds on the channel. Porky is going to halt it for now. Team Backdoor not wanting to overcommit to this, as the bottom boss is going to go ahead and clean up that keep. Top boss could be cleaning up the keep too, as Liam is going to get hit with the hook. There's Hogger put in, but the Disgorge from the Cocoon is in. Red is in trouble! Malfurion is down before the Mighty Gust could come out. Twilight Dream was denied, and there's the no control. Hogger on the backline chasing down to Thanatos. Boss is on the core here as Dahaka falls. Team Backdoor, they've got 2 kills. The boss is wailing away on the core right now. Could they go for the 2 armor plate core play? It looks like they're just going to channel the objective here. Top boss on the core as well, though it is a little bit more damaged. But bottom boss is taken out, and the core will start to heal up. Hook going to be denied there, and that's going to be a Knoll Camp steal for Team Backdoor, as well as a mid-fort claim. We're going to start sieging up in the mid. Still 30 seconds on Dahaka, 15 seconds on Malfurion. Objective coming through in 3 seconds here. Big red button is clicked, and Carbon is going to be shelling away. Raiders are going to be coming right to the keep in the mid, going right to the core down in the bottom lane. Malfurion back on the battlefield here for Can't Censorship. They're going to have to pull off a big defense here. Hook comes out, not going to land there. Unaverted able to blink away. Unstoppable popped by the gas bag of Stitches. Here come the Riders. Riders are coming through the lane, Unaverted. Remains in perfect stealth. Hook comes out, not going to land there onto Liam. As the siege will commence, Riders are riding. Keep is going to be focused. Stitches is going to get hit with the Cocoon, move it into the back line. Rhett does get the silence off, but Falstad still going down here. Big splash silence coming out from Dahaka as well, but this could be trouble. Chuggy moving on in there. Epic has the burrow, but no control. Hogger is on the core here. Liam is getting very, very low. Hogger is actually going to fall. Gorge comes out onto the Brightwing. Porky drops off, but Heavy able to move away. Core is starting to take damage, only has the 20 armor left. Here come the catapult minions. Polymorph onto Marlowe is able to recall back. Core is down below 10,000. Can this push end the game? Team Backdoor is moving up. Chuggy is low, but finds the stun, and the core is going to go down. Team Backdoor recover and pick up the 3-1 series victory. GG. Alrighty. Can't censorship. We're looking pretty strong there through that game. A couple hooks here and there in the late game, and I think that might have gone their way. But it was a nice job. Good adjustments coming on out from Team Backdoor, hitting those big cocoons, going in and trying to interrupt that Twilight Dream. Very, very good adjustment in those late game fights, and that means Team Backdoor will be victorious. Marlowe on the Tracer, top hero damage for Can't Censor Ship, almost 48,000 coming on out there. There's once again Carbon on the Tychus, 59,000 hero damage for Team Backdoor. Nicely done, nicely played. Put up the talents. Put up the score. And get ready to end this here broadcast. I think I forgot a prediction that last game. I was just running back. Yeah, I did. Oops. I'm so bad with predictions. I'll tell you what. Like, I can't do it on this channel because I don't own the channel, but I've got, like, on the stream deck, I've had to, like, program buttons for my own streams just to try to remind myself to do predictions, because I just never think to go into the chat and type things while I'm streaming. I just never remember to do it. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that. But talents are up, and let's close out here. Let's outro tonight's Storm Division cast.